Hey guys, I wanted to hop on here to talk about something that we've all heard of, and that's DNFing a book. So not finishing a book for a variety of reasons, and typically for me it's because I'm just not clicking with the content or the plot or the writing. Another category that I've recently kind of added to why I might not finish a book is because of the emotional or mental toll that it takes on me while I'm reading it. Lately, the world has seemed pretty heavy and pretty dark, and has certainly bled into all of our lives, especially on social media. And so I'm definitely feeling that weight on myself. And if you're in the thick of it with littles the way I am, things can get a little bit strained, a little bit tough. And when there's something hard going on in the world, it can be really hard to process that when you're just like constantly busy putting everybody else first. I have been wanting to surround myself with content that doesn't feel quite so heavy. I think it's important that we recognize when maybe a book is not for us in that season. And it's okay to put it down and walk away. And so something that I talk to my therapist about a lot is just window of tolerance. And whereas in a different season, maybe I would have been able to handle reading certain books with certain content, in this season, I just acknowledge that I cannot. That's something that's been top of mind for me. And in this book that I recently put down and deciding not to finish, it was very death-centric. It was about grief, but more about illness and like the process of dying that I just personally don't want to be reading about right now. I think that it can be very healing for some people to read about, and probably even more healing for people to write about, but for me, I couldn't do it. So I decided to put it down, and I think that that is something that we need to normalize being okay with. It's okay to not finish a book. We all have reading goals, I'm sure, and at least maybe not a number goal, but we want to read more. It's okay to have one less, especially if that book were to potentially compromise just where we are in our mental health and how we're feeling in that season. So if you need to DNF a book because it's draining you, it's making you a worse parent, it's making you feel like a worse person. For me, I emotionally get so invested in the stories that I read, whether they're fiction or nonfiction, and then that carries into all the other parts of my life. And so I think that, it's okay to put down something that just isn't serving you in this season and putting yourself first. If you have that book that you're reading that you're really not enjoying, and it's really just taxing on your mental health, do what's best for you and put it down. Hope you guys have a great week.